was talking to Larry Pratt during the break, and he said it's the ATF laboratory where they set people up all the time. They come to your house, raid it, get your semi-auto you bought from the store, you haven't altered, and they go manipulate it to fire full auto, and you're going to prison. They love targeting law-abiding citizens. And, Larry, I have this article out of the Orleans County Record in Massachusetts where a retired cop who's run for sheriff, no criminal record, is a gun dealer for many years. And they raided his house and called it an arsenal and haven't charged him. They're just, quote, taking his guns. I see this all the time. It's kind of like people getting arrested for filming police.
And if that's the case that I saw, too, those were largely antique guns over which they have no jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're absolutely lawless. And it's not uniform. There are some, for instance, in the D.C. area, there's contempt for the guys out in the Arizona office. And when the Arizona office wanted to mess around with a small dealer that transferred machine guns for people that were buying them and bring them into the state, they couldn't get any cooperation from the guys working in the Maryland area. They had to send in their own guys from the Phoenix office. So even in the BATF, there are those with enough honor and integrity to just say, I'm not going to work with people like you. So I suspect something like that is going on up in Massachusetts, and it may mean that the guys in the Boston office are a bunch of badniks as well. It's you don't know from one office to another whether they're going to be okay and just try to behave like cops, or whether they think they're on a mission to destroy the Second Amendment.
Well, Larry, we're going to talk more tonight on InfoWars Nightly News on some of the subjects we haven't had time to get into, but let's start to cover some of those. What's the other threats we're seeing right now to the Second Amendment, and where does it stand with this extrajudicial rules now where they're ordering gun shops to report people and not sell them, 2 or more guns?
That's the most amazing thing. That was what they were hoping to get if they pulled off Fast and Furious and they were able to blame you and me for all the guns we own. Then they get caught in a conspiracy to commit murder, and they say, well, the answer is more control over the American citizen. So in those 4 southwestern states, they're telling dealers who keep their licenses at the pleasure of the ATF, you must submit a multiple sales report on anybody buying 2 or more rifles within a 5-day period. That is against federal law. The federal law only requires handguns to have multiple sales report. So once again, Emperor Obama has decided what shall be done. And the law, well, just take the hindmost.
I know you've been critical of the NRA because they've actually been pro-gun control in the past, and you've published briefs on that, but have you looked at their lawsuit dealing with these extrajudicial ATF regulations? You think they're doing a good thing there?
So far, we think so, and if it ends up going up on appeal, it's our intention to file amicus briefs. Except for the Olufsen case, we just really have never thought we had the resources to actually do the trial litigation work. That's where the big bucks come in. It's bad enough on an amicus. So we're looking at that, and if there are any things that we think should be said that are not being said, then that's what the amicus brief is all about.
Do you think political pressure is starting to get to the NRA with their members to actually force them to occasionally do something with the Second Amendment?
They've been that way all along, really. And one of the things that is interesting is that what you're doing and what the blogosphere does is what helps really push them along.
Folks need to sign up for your free email alerts. They're absolutely essential. I know I get them on my iPhone at gunowners.org, or get a membership. Support the Second Amendment. Fund those that are defending the Bill of Rights and Constitution. Be an active participant. Gunowners.org. Larry Pratt, we'll talk to you tonight at InfoWars. Thank you so much.
You don't need me to tell you that humanity is in a deep crisis. Everyone can feel it. We know a tectonic struggle is now taking place between the forces of freedom and those who love darkness, bondage, and enslavement. Yes, my friends, evil is rising. But take heart, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Recently, New World Order operative Hillary Clinton admitted they're losing the info war.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
The globalists are scared. They've overreached. The future of the InfoWar is in your hands. Join PrisonPlanet.tv. Download the thousands of special video reports, ebooks, and more, and get them out to everyone you know. Continue to spread the word about the broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and every other globalist propaganda platform. We are going to use their system against them. The InfoWar now goes into high gear.